Today's lesson is called The Art of Apology. Hello, everyone. My name is Jeff.
And my name is Helen.
Helen, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just accept the apology. Gosh. By the way, if you were to apologize like that, okay, chances are people are not going to take that apology seriously, or they're not going to think you really mean it. So you know what? Today, we're going to be learning how to actually apologize and to apologize well. Yeah, you'd never say, all right, fine, I'm sorry. That's not going to go over well. You've got to mean it, okay? Yes, everyone, there is an art to apologizing well, to saying you're sorry.
That's right. Just like everything else, something like apologizing can become an art if you know how to do it really well. Sometimes it's not enough to say, I'm sorry. It depends on the situation. If the situation is very serious, you did something very wrong, then maybe I'm sorry just isn't enough. Other times, in less serious situations, just saying I'm sorry might be enough. And if you were to go overboard and do something rather than just say sorry, that might be taken as being very strange as well. So apologizing is actually, it can be considered an art.
Yes, if you apologize well, it's almost like it's an art. And remember, you only apologize or say you're sorry when you've done something wrong. So if you don't apologize well, that person isn't going to forgive you. They're not going to accept your apology. By the way, yes, you can apologize, that's the verb, or you can make an apology. That would be the noun. Anyways, folks, that's enough talking for now. Let's go ahead and get started with our Plus Talk dialogue lesson. We are going to be apologizing, or should I say, Ricky and Nancy are going to be doing some apologizing. There will be some apologizing somewhere in some way, shape, or form. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll start part 1 of this month's Plus Talk dialogue called Showing Up Late, and we're talking about the art of apology.
The art of apology.
1. Showing up late. Nancy and her friend Ricky are meeting for brunch, but Ricky still hasn't arrived. She gives him a call.
Hello?
Ricky, where are you? I thought we were supposed to meet 20 minutes ago.
Oh, shoot, I'm so sorry. I must have overslept. I can be there in about 30 minutes if you're still willing to wait.
All right. Lucky for you, I brought a good book.
I'm sorry for making you wait. Let me pick up the tab this time to make up for it.
I'd appreciate that. And maybe next time we should make dinner plans instead.
大家好，第一部分我们看到单字 oversleep， 这个字是动词，指睡过头。例如 Susie missed the school bus this morning because she overslept again. Susie 今天早上错过了校车，因为她又睡过头了。
And welcome back. So we're talking about the art of apology. And in the first dialogue here, we have a situation. And the situation is showing up late, which of course can happen often, especially if there's heavy traffic or when your alarm didn't go off in the morning. You can arrive to appointments or to a place later than you intended. What we have here is Ricky supposedly has an appointment with Nancy at a restaurant, and he arrives late. So he is supposed to have brunch with Nancy, and brunch is one of those meals that occur at a very awkward time of the day because it happens right between breakfast and lunch. So breakfast, maybe you can make because it happens earlier, so you wake up and you have breakfast. Lunch is later, so you can probably make a lunch appointment because it's usually around 12 o'clock. But brunch is awkward. Usually happens around 10, maybe 9:30, 10, so I can kind of understand being late for a brunch appointment.
Yeah, you have brunch, let's say, on the weekend after you've slept in. Okay, you sleep late and you wake up. It's too late for breakfast and it's not late enough yet for lunch. So you have this in-between meal called brunch. And by the way, I love brunch. It's a nice leisurely way to spend a nice summer morning, let's say, eating with friends and families, having a nice brunch with them. Anyways, yes, Ricky here is showing up late. Yeah, Nancy and her friend Ricky are meeting for brunch, but Ricky still hasn't arrived. He's running late, so Nancy, gives him a call. Yeah, where are you, Ricky? Now, if Ricky is stuck in traffic, let's say, okay, this might be understandable, but when Ricky picks up, it's pretty clear that he's still in bed. In a sleepy voice, he says, "Hello?" So Nancy calls him, and she's thinking, yeah, where is this guy? I hope he's not hurt. I hope he's not stuck in traffic or anything like that. That wouldn't be good. But when he picks up on the other end there, it's obvious that he has overslept. Okay, he's still in bed, so he better start apologizing quickly because he's almost stood Nancy up.
Right, and Nancy waited around 20 minutes before calling him, so he's already 20 minutes late, as she says, "Ricky, where are you? I thought we were supposed to meet 20 minutes ago." So she has been waiting around for 20 minutes, and Ricky says, "Shoot, I'm so sorry. I must have overslept." So Ricky, rather than make an excuse, tells her the truth, probably because she was able to hear from his sleepy voice anyway that he was still in bed. So he tells her, "I overslept." And to oversleep means to wake up later than you intended to. As mentioned, you can oversleep the next morning if you go to bed too late or if your alarm clock didn't sound in the morning. So Ricky says, "Shoot," which is an exclamation, which could mean darn it, or it expresses regret and sometimes surprise. And he says, "I'm really sorry, I overslept."
By the way, this is not a bad apology, okay? It's not the greatest apology in the world, but it sounds sincere to me. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. So maybe Nancy will forgive him. Now, I guarantee you, if Ricky had said, "Oh, yeah, you've been waiting? That's too bad. I'm going to go back to sleep now. I'm definitely not sorry." Yeah. If he had said that, he and Nancy would probably cease being friends that very moment. But here, Ricky has apologized. And because Nancy has a book, she is apparently willing to wait for him. She says, "All right, lucky for you, I brought a good book."
Right, so Nancy isn't very bothered about waiting for Ricky because she's brought a good book and she can read the book while she waits for Ricky. And luckily, she's probably in a restaurant that doesn't have a time limit, so she can hang around for another 30 minutes while Ricky arrives. So 30 minutes later, Ricky comes and he says immediately, "I'm sorry for making you wait. Let me pick up the tab this time to make up for it." So Ricky is genuinely sorry, and he not only says "I'm sorry," apologizes with words, he also uses a gesture to apologize. He offers to pick up the tab, which means he wants to pay for their meal.
There you go. Not only has he said "I'm sorry" twice, he's also now gesturing, okay? He's making a nice gesture to apologize as well. And like they say, actions speak louder than words. So it's all well and good to say you're sorry. If you don't say you're sorry, people are going to be offended. They're going to be hurt. They might get angry at you. But you should also follow up your words, your apology, with some actions, some gestures to show people just how sorry you are. And Ricky knows that he almost blew it, okay? He almost made his friend wait for him for 1 hour. So he says, "You know what? Today, you've been such a good friend to me that I am going to pay for this brunch. Sit back, relax, please forgive me, and enjoy this delicious free meal." And Nancy says, "Well, thank you, I'd appreciate that. And maybe next time we should make dinner plans instead." By the way, Nancy is making fun of Ricky here a little bit. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a short break, but don't go away. When we come back, we'll start reading from part 2 of this month's Plus Talk dialogue called Making a False Accusation.
2. Making a false accusation. Nancy is angry with Ricky and decides to confront him. Ricky, I've got a bone to pick with you.
What did I do?
Yesterday, I saw you and Kelly laughing really hard, and I overheard the words failed and idiot. I can't believe you told her I failed the math exam. I told you that in confidence.
Whoa, hold on a second. I was retelling a funny story I saw online.
I feel stupid now. I owe you an apology for assuming you were talking about me behind my back. I'm really sorry.
It's okay, but you should ask next time before jumping to conclusions.
第二部分，我们看到名词 accusation 表示指控、谴责。例如 Alan was upset by his coworker's accusation that he had stolen her wallet. Alan 对于女同事指控他偷皮夹感到难过。另外补充这个字的动词 accuse, A-C-C-U-S-E, accuse 可以说 My friend at school was accused of cheating on his exam. 我学校的朋友被别人指控考试作弊。再来，我们看到单字 confront， 这个字是动词，指与点点点对质、对峙，面对困难或危险等。举例来说 Andrew confronted the boy who had stolen his book. Andrew 与一名偷走他书的男孩对质。另外，在 confront 字尾加上 A-T-I-O-N， 可以成为它的名词 confrontation， 指冲突、对峙。例如 Amy did not complain to her upstairs neighbor about the noise in the night because she was afraid of confrontation. Amy 没有向楼上邻居抱怨半夜的噪音，因她害怕起冲突。接着我们看到一个片语 have or got a bone to pick with somebody， 表示对某人不满，有怨言，有话要跟某人说。例如 I've got a bone to pick with you. When are you going to return the money I lent you last month? 我有件事要问你，我上个月借你的钱什么时候要还我？再来，我们看到动词 overhear， 指无意中听见，偶然听到。例如 Victoria overheard her friend talking to a boy in the hallway. Victoria 偶然听到她朋友在走廊上跟一个男生讲话。接着我们看到片语 in confidence， 表示秘密的，像是 My best friend told me the truth in confidence. 我的好朋友私下告诉我事情的真相。另外补充一个相关的片语 in private， 指私下的、秘密的。例如 I need to tell you a secret, so let's find somewhere else to talk in private. 我要跟你说一个秘密，所以我们找个地方私下聊吧。再来，我们看到单字 assume， 这个字是动词，指假定、以为。例如 Alice assumed that there would be food at the party, so she didn't eat dinner. Alice 以为派对上会有食物，所以她没有吃晚餐。另外，这个字除了上面意思，也可以指承担、担任的意思。我们可以说 Because the sales manager was sick, the top salesman assumed his position. 因为行销经理生病了，排名第一的销售员便承担了他的职位。最后，我们看到片语 jump to conclusions， 表示匆忙做出结论，草率断定。举例来说 You should find out more about the problem before jumping to conclusions. 你在奏下结论前，应该先多了解一下问题。
So in the previous dialogue, Nancy was upset, angry at Ricky because he showed up late for their brunch appointment. Now, in the next dialogue, Nancy seems to be angry again, and this time it's for another reason. The reason has to do with making a false accusation. Now, an accusation has to do with something that you say to show that someone has done something wrong. And here we're talking about making a false accusation, which means someone is being blamed for something that they didn't do.
There you go. The verb is accuse. The noun is accusation. If you accuse someone of something, you're saying that they've done something wrong. And yeah, and you can accuse someone or you can make an accusation. Okay, and here someone apparently is making a false accusation. So someone is accusing someone of something, and boy, are they ever wrong. By the way, if you want to lose a friend, very quickly accuse them of something. Further, if you want to lose that friend even more quickly than that, accuse them of something that they didn't do. Make a false accusation about them. Anyways, yes, Nancy is angry again, and get this, she's angry with Ricky once again. Yes, Nancy is angry with Ricky and decides to confront him. Yeah, this guy Ricky, he doesn't sound like a very good friend. Nancy is constantly angry with him. Before, he left her waiting for about an hour, and now apparently there are some accusations going back and forth that are making Nancy angry. Let's get to the bottom of this. But before we do, let's talk about this verb confront, okay? If you confront someone, you talk to them directly. You've got questions that you want answered right away. So if someone has done something wrong to you, okay, instead of kind of letting that go, sometimes you need to stand up for yourself. You need to confront that person and talk to them directly and seriously about what they've done to you.
Right. It's a good idea to confront people when you're angry at them because you want to clear the air. You don't want to stay angry and keep your emotions bottled up inside because that's not healthy. But the way you confront people is also important. You don't want to just blow up and start accusing them of things. You did this to me, you did that to me, without having actual proof that that is what actually happened. So to confront means to deal with a difficult and unpleasant situation openly in a determined way. And this is what Nancy does with Ricky. She approaches him and says, "Ricky, I've got a bone to pick with you." And this is a very interesting phrase, but it's also commonly used in English. It basically means you're telling somebody that you're annoyed with them and you want to talk to them about it.
Yes, we've got a problem right now. Let's get to the bottom of it, okay? And very often you can use this phrase when you're confronting someone. I've got a bone to pick with you. And here we're not actually being literal, okay? There are no bones and no one's picking meat off of bones or anything like that. What we're saying is that, yes, there's something that we need to talk about. There's an issue and we need to clear the air. I've got a bone to pick with you.
Right. And Ricky says, huh? What did I do? So he has no idea what Nancy is talking about. He has no idea what he could have done to make her angry. And he says, well, tell me about it. And Nancy replies, yesterday I saw you and Kelly laughing really hard and I overheard the words failed and idiot.
Ooh, by the way, she overheard this. To overhear something is to hear someone else's conversation, usually without meaning to. Yeah, if you did try to spy on someone and hear their conversation without their consent, you'd be eavesdropping. So in that particular situation, if you're eavesdropping, you're kind of acting like a spy. You're trying to get inside information, let's say, by listening into a person's conversation with someone else. And you're doing this even though you know you don't have permission to do so. Now, sometimes you can overhear a conversation and you're not at fault, okay? You might not have permission from the people talking to hear their conversation, but you might by mistake overhear or hear what they're saying.
Right. So Nancy overhears Kelly and Ricky talking, and she could have just walked past them while they were talking in the room, and she walked past the room and heard a few words that they were saying, or she could have been in a cafeteria and they were sitting at a nearby table, so she was able to hear words from their conversation. So she overheard not the entire conversation, just two words that they said, and those words were failed and idiot. Now, idiot is not a very nice word to hear in any context because it basically means someone who isn't very smart or who behaves in a stupid manner. So it's kind of understandable that Nancy would be annoyed if she overheard those words being said. But how she made the connection that they were talking about her, that's another matter.
Yeah, that's another matter. Maybe Nancy's the one who's making a false accusation. Anyways, Nancy continues. She says, I can't believe you told her I failed the math exam. I told you that in confidence, i.e., you were supposed to keep that a secret.
Right, so Nancy automatically thought that Ricky and Kelly were talking about her, but that's actually not the case. She jumped to a false conclusion, and that's not a good thing to do.
There you go. And Ricky says, Whoa, hold on a second. I was retelling a funny story I saw online. So Ricky and Kelly were talking, but they weren't talking about Nancy at all. And Nancy realizes this. She says, I feel stupid now. First, I failed the math test, and now I'm making false accusations. I feel like an idiot. I feel stupid now. I must be a moron. Then Nancy says, I owe you an apology for assuming you were talking about me behind my back. I'm really sorry.
And Ricky says, it's okay, but you should ask next time before jumping to conclusions. So when you jump to conclusions, you make a decision, evaluation about something too quickly without knowing all the facts. And that's something you should never do. You should never jump to conclusions. React only when you have all the facts. And so Ricky reminds her, make sure that you don't jump to conclusions next time. Get all the facts. Ask me before you accuse me of something.
There you have it. All right, folks, that's it for today's lesson, but don't go away. Next time we'll have more plus talk dialogue for you on the art of apology. For now, though, let's hear from the Chinese teacher.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。在对话的第一部分， Nancy 和 Ricky 约好要吃早午餐，但是 Ricky 却都没有出现，于是 Nancy 就打电话给他，问他人在哪里。 Nancy 还说 I thought we were supposed to meet 20 minutes ago. 我以为我们应该要在20分钟前见面的。好，句子里面用到 be supposed to 加上原形动词的句型，这是表达应该要怎么样怎么样。好，其实它有几种常见的用法。第一种呢，是用来表达预期会发生的事，用来表达预期或是认为某人或某事物应该会怎么样。那这时候我们 be 动词是用现在式，例如Everyone is supposed to meet at the entrance at 7 a.m. 所有的人应该7点在入口碰面，所以你就会预期大家都会在那个时间出现。好，第二种用法是表达原本应该怎么样，却没有这样。好，那它是用来表达你认为过去应该发生某事，可是实际上却没有发生。那这时候 be 动词使用过去式，像课文就是这样的用法。We were supposed to meet 20 minutes ago. 表示说我们原本应该在20分钟前碰面的，可是却没有。那我们来造一个例句。They were supposed to be at the library, but they went to the movies instead. 他们原本应该在图书馆，但却跑去看电影了。好，第三种用法是用来表达某人有责任、有义务做某事，像是 You're supposed to respect your elders. 你应该尊重长辈。好，那么第四种则是表达说一般认为怎么样，大家都说怎么样，像是 Their cheesecake is supposed to be the best in town. 大家都说他们的 cheese 蛋糕是镇上数1数2的。好，那么 Nancy 挂掉电话之后，过了30分钟 Ricky 出现了，他就先道歉，然后接着说Let me pick up the tab this time to make up for it. 这次让我请客来补偿你吧。好，这边有一个片语 pick up the tab， 它表示买单。那么 tab T-A-B 在这边是口语的用法，可以用来指餐厅旅馆等等消费的账单。那 pick up the tab 字面上的意思是拿起账单，那引申用来表达买单付账。我们也可以说 pick up the bill 一样的意思。好，这边顺便补充几个跟请客有关的用语。第一个你可以说 It's my treat。It's my treat 就是我请客，那么 treat 当名词它就有请客款待的意思。第二个用法你可以说 something be on somebody， 把什么什么东西算在某人的账上，像当你说 the drinks are on me， 就是要表达说这个饮料算我的，饮料钱我来出。如果是在 bar 里面可能就说这个酒钱我来出啦。好，那么第三个用语是 foot the bill， 这个片语跟脚没有关系哦。foot 在这边是当动词来表达付款，那么 foot the bill 就表示买单付账单。 像是 Since it's a business dinner, the company will foot the bill. 由于这个是商务晚餐，公司会负责买单。好，以上是今天重点整理，我们回顾今天的单字吧。
Oversleep. Danielle overslept nearly every day until she bought a much louder alarm clock. Confront. Jake confronted his coworker about the missing office supplies. Overhear. I thought I overheard you say that Martha is transferring to another department. Idiot. Chase felt like an idiot for misunderstanding such a simple passage. Assume. Since your trip is next week, I assumed that you had already booked your plane ticket.
Okay, everyone. With that, today's article is now complete. But, as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I'm Helen.
See you next time.